Hello everyone, I'm Laura from Monitoo. In today's video, I'd like to talk with you that just subscribed to Monitoo and want to know how to configure it, how to set all the managing things, all the settings to get accurate productivity data. Okay, so first of all, you just need to install the Monitoo agent in all these machines that you want to start monitoring, and will automatically reflect in here and monitor devices and collaborators. Basically in here you can see the name of the desktop and you can put a nickname or link on department. Okay, the same thing in here in devices collaborators. Here Monitoo takes for the name of the Windows of that user, and here you can put a name just for find more easy this collaborator, this user. Okay, so first of all we'll start with departments creations. In here you just need to go in settings, departments, and add. Here you can create a name like IT department. Here you can adjust the idle time, basically 4 seconds, so 100 or 50, 100 seconds. Okay, so basically here at the idle time you can adjust for the all department, or you can let by default that is after 2 minutes we'll consider idle time for them collaborators that don't use the keyboard or mouse. And here you can add a collaborator, a coordinator, sorry, for that department in a specific. Okay, you can set multiple coordinators and save. Okay, here have a new department, and for you link department with computers, you have to go in here, devices, computers, action, and select the department that we just create. That's how you link the departments with computers. After you set the departments, you can go to see the category registration. It's basically where you can add new categories and see all the categories that Monitoo has preset. Okay, so here at this left part, we just click and add a new category. Okay, I will add for a category by program. So basically here you put a name and save. Since you did that, we'll show to you right here and right below, and here you can add to programs and websites this new category. Down here we have websites, settings websites. That is where you can block some sites, some URLs. So basically here you can, let I see one here. I want to block youtube.com, youtube.com, sorry. And here I click and block it for the whole company, or you can choose for one department or 2 departments, or just for a computer in a specific. Okay, here you can change this category too, because this URL is for audio and video clips. Here you can choose for example, addictions, and save. Since you did that, we'll change right here and all the dashboards. You can change for multiple URLs to these categories. So basically you just have to click in what categories, in what websites Do you want to change these categories? Choose a new category. Here, for example, government, legal, and here, this side of the apply filter, you can choose apply category and click. Since you did that, the category of these two websites will change automatically. Okay. Down here we have settings programs. So basically you can do the same thing, changing multiple categories, okay, at the same time, how I showed to you in websites. And here in programs, you can choose, you can check this option so that program will not consider idle time. So basically, we recommend that this program, this option just will be checked if you have 100% of sure if this program is productive, if this program doesn't need interactions with mouse and keyboards. Okay, so we recommend, for example, in Teams and Meet. Okay, so the employee is productive, but he doesn't have the need of scrolling the mouse or typing something. So we'll check this option, so this program will not consider idle time. Down here we have the settings user access, that basically you can add new users to see this Monitoo dashboard, see the Monitoo app to the whole one. Okay, so basically here you create a user. I create for me, you type an email and you choose a type to this user will be able to see in Monitoo. So for example, if you choose administrator, type administrator, this user is able to see and do whatever settings and see all dashboards and see all departments in Monitoo. Okay. If you select type director, the director can't see the settings, can't adjust anything, can create new categories or set anything, okay? But this type director can see all the departments of the company, okay? And here, type viewer basically is able to see one or two departments. It's your choice, but it's isn't able to see the dashboard, sorry, the settings, okay? And here is basically that, how you create access. Down here we have the working hours, so you can create new working hours for your employees. Okay, so basically I will type a description. You type a description, you select a type if it's for the whole company or a department or only a user. In this case, I type one name, so I will choose this user, select a time for initial and a time for final time. Okay, here you select all the days, with days that this employee will work, and here you can opt for the lock screen. So basically with this option available, with these options activate, here at the final time, the employee will receive a pop-up, and here in the right side below saying that machine, that the screen will block in 30 seconds. So basically the employee to block the employee to do many hours, to have additional time without permission. Okay. Once the lock screen is activated, the employee can unlock, put the credentials, okay, but in 30 seconds will return to block again, to lock again. Here you can set a tolerance to additional time, for example, for minutes. So wow, I want to tolerance for 5 minutes to 10 minutes or 30 minutes, for example. Okay. And if your employee need to do some additional time, he can ask for this time on this window bar, okay, on side of clock here of the windows. He clicks with the right side of mouse and select additional time. He send a solicitation to additional time for the coordinator, and the coordinator for them department or for that user, for example, will approve or disapprove this additional time. Okay, this coordinator will receive an email to just an email notification that has additional time to approve here in Monitoo, and a link redirection to here Monitoo. And here, the last but not least, settings of productive classification. Okay, how you can set the productive classification here in Monitoo to you able to see on the dashboards and reports. So basically we have two types of viewing this productive classification. Basically, once the Monitoo is installed in these machines, we'll start the monitoring, okay, the programs and websites. Here inside, you can see the productive classification, okay, and the category, for example, browsers or operation system. Basically, Monitoo will see what your site or program they are accessing and link with some categories pre-existed in Monitoo. Okay, in this example, analyzing the program Chrome browser and link in the category browser. So here you can see the productive classification, or you can go here in timeline, select on one user, apply filter, and basically you see all the timeline by programs here of your employees and what you should configure to set the productive classification. Okay, basically you can export an Excel, okay, and it's able to see like this to show to you the URL, the program and the category, or right here you're able to see the details, okay, basically shown to you what is productivity, improductivity, or undefined. Okay, here I'm seeing that basically Slack is unproductive, but I want to turn Slack as productive program. Okay, we need to see the category. So basically in here it's pumps test. It's a test we did internally, and here you have to add this category in mind. Okay, and we go to settings again down below here in productivity. Here we have all the settings by productive classification all set, but if you want to add a new one, Basically, you just have to put a name, a description, right? For example, programs productive, okay? And this side you put a classification. You have to select for program or websites, in this case programs. And here you select all the categories that you want to set as productive, okay? And here you see if you want to give this predictive classification just for one department or for two departments or for one user specifically, okay? And you can leave without these two and basically will reflect for the whole company. And here click and save. So how we did that, we reflect automatically in the dashboard. Here just put the plan categories right in here because we have update classification right set, okay? And here I just add a new category to consider how productive. For example, here I know it's accessing Slack and I click and save. I'm sure that I want to apply, and we receive this message. We'll go again in the timeline dashboard. I will put by a user, and here you see my timeline and see my Slack time. That is basically considered how productive because you and me adjust the classification right now, okay? And that's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. And if you have any doubts or any questions, please contact us.